Okay, students, welcome back for the second session of chapter number 5, more with forms. In previous session, we have done with retrieving value from the list. The next topic that we will see today is PHP form validation. Think security when processing PHP form. Okay, students, as you all are aware that whenever you are doing anything on internet, the most important thing is security. Why security? Because your details, your data should not be accessed by unauthorized person. So think security when processing form data. This pages will show how to process PHP form with security in mind. Proper validation of form data is important to protect your form from hackers and from spammers. The validation rule for the form above are as follow. Okay, so student, basically we can validate various field with validation rule. First one, we have name. Required plus must only contain letters and white spaces. So student, when you are using the attribute as name in your input type, then it should be required. The attribute should be set required. That means without entering any value, you cannot go further. Okay, for example, many times if you leave blank also, you can go to the next page. But when you are setting validation, okay, required and plus contains letter and white spaces only, then it will first validate this thing and then only you can proceed for next thing. Second one, email. Required plus must contain a valid email address with @. Again, email address you can set the attribute as required, and when you are using input type equal to email, it will validate your email address. That means if your email address is without @, it will not accept that email address. Next one, we have website. It is optional. If present, it contains a valid URL. Okay, it is optional. Website is optional. If present, it must contain a valid URL. That means if you are taking website, it should contain a proper URL address. For example, www.google.com. So it will just check your URL whether the website you have taken correct or not. Next one, we have comment. Again, it is optional. Multi-line input field. Okay, it is text area. Next one is gender. Again, it is required, must select only one. As we have seen gender, we use radio button, so it is compulsory, it is required, and it is selects only one option at a time. This is the explanation that I have explained right now. Just we will see. Text field, the name, email and website fields are text input elements and the comment fields in a text area. The HTML codes look like name, input type equal to text, name equal to name, email input type equal to text, name equal to email, website input type equal to text, name equal to website, and again comment, text area, name equal to comment with number of rows and number of columns. Next one, we have radio button. The gender fields are radio button and the HTML code looks like gender. Input type equal to radio, attribute we are passing as gender, value equal to female, and the value is like female. Again, input type equal to radio, name equal to gender, attribute we are taking as male, and next one is input type equal to radio, name equal to gender, and value equal to other. Next one, we have the form element. The HTML code of the form look like this. Form method equal to post. Again, as we have discussed in previous chapter, get and post method, it is your choice that you want to select get method or you want to take post method. Action, that the action is nothing but basically we are giving the name of the file, or you can just call your own PHP self page. When the form is submitted, the form data is sent with method equal to post. So if you are selecting get method, it will take get method, and if you are taking post method, it will be send the form data with your method equal to post. Last topic of chapter number 5, that is sending email. PHP makes a use of mail function to send an email. This function requires 3 mandatory arguments that specifies the recipient email address, subject of the message, and actual message. Additionally, there are 2 options parameter. So basically students, you can see the function that is mail, in which we have different attributes like to, subject, message, headers, and parameters. What is to? To is nothing but required, specifies the receiver of the mail. Subject, required, specifies the subject of the email. This parameter cannot contain any new line character. Message, it is again required, defines the message to be sent. Each line should be separated with a line, new line. Lines should not exceed 70 characters. Header, optional, specifies additional header like form, from, CC, and BCC. Parameters, again optional, specifies an additional parameter to the send mail program. This is the program that is used to send a email. In PHP tag, just we are taking variable, that is $2 and the name from to which you are sending your email. Subject, actual message. Header, in header, from which email you are sending, and from again CC and the version that you are taking. Again we are taking one variable in which you are storing your mail function, that is $2, $subject, $message, $header. If it is true, that means your message is sent successfully, else your message could not be sent. So this is the student a simple example of how to send an email in PHP. This example, make sure that you run this example, then only you will understand how your mail is sent to another person. So this is the end of your chapter number 5. A quick recap what we did in this chapter. We have seen the table content, that is dealing with checkbox and radio button. We have seen retrieving values from the list. We have seen validating and restricting data, and the last one we have seen, that is sending email. Sending email, we have seen the example. Make sure that you run this example. Okay, thank you.